Hey guys, good evening world. Right here, this is Jimmy and Derek Dilse only on 91.9 Friends FM. We've got a super fantabulous. Hold tight.
You are hooked on to Direct Dilse with Jimmy.
Well, exactly 3 minutes past 9 and 47 seconds. You're hooked on to the only truly live station of the nation, 91.9 Friends FM. Well, frequency friends, ke Derek Dilse, the show, Jimmy on the hot seat all the way till 1 o'clock. With all your closeness, all your warmth. And today it's going to be extra special because we got an amazing gentleman with all the warmth and all the specialities and all the closeness. And right now, people watching me on Facebook Live, in fact, I'm turning this amazing magazine, Arabian Business, across. And you can see who the personality in the studio is going to be with us. Well, a warm welcome to Mr. Lal Bhatia, who is the chairman of David and Goliath Films. And of course, he's also the chairman of the Healthcare Group, which is creating, storm, a tsunami in Dubai. Lal, first of all, a warm welcome right here to the Calcutta boy, I would say.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Wow, what a voice यार. ऐसे मत करो यार. तू थैंक यू जिमी बोलेगा वहां पे लड़की लोग कोलैप्स हो जाएगा तो मेरा क्या हालत होगा?
As long as it's okay with you, it's fine.
Wow. I love that. So, I've seen you, I've known you right from the time it was Grace Montessori, Xavier's, the Calcutta boy, did you ever imagine, I'm talking about those days, when I was absolutely a kid in school, college, and Grace Montessori. I always wanted to be in the army. I wanted to do this. I had this dream. Did you ever imagine that, being a Calcutta boy and the way you moved up, you would be actually doing something so big with your life, starting off, and creating social awareness movies in your own very way? And right now, making waves and being one or maybe the only one who has invested and brought in innovative thoughts into the UAE, especially Dubai, and doing so much. Did you ever imagine you would do that? I'm talking about maybe 50 or 40 years ago.
Jimmy, the only thing that I had imagined at that time was to be a DJ at the CSC.
Oops.
Because you were so good at it. So I said, I better be that DJ.
So, what's happening
on Friday nights at CSC.
Saturday nights, yes.
Saturday nights.
I'm just wondering, then you could say, but today it's not just music. Everybody's dancing to your tune in some way or another.
Are they still dancing?
So, tell me, where does this passion, this, it has to come in from within, the josh and the positivity and the passion. Where does this fire come from? I'm just curious.
As a kid, I was taught by my mother that if it's to be, it's up to me.
Oh.
And that has been my passion from day one, from the standpoint that you have to believe in yourself, and that belief takes you places.
So,
including Dubai.
Absolutely. So, hey, we're going to be back. There's so much to talk about. But let's have some music, as you said, na? You love
Wonderful.
to play music.
Absolutely.
This one's a brand new song by Shepherd. It's called MIA. And I think MIA means missing in action. But they never say that. They just say MIA right here. Truly live from the studios of 91.9 Friends FM. On the Facebook live stream of 91.9 Friends FM across the world and across the airwaves of the city of joy. Hey guys, stay hooked and don't go anywhere. So I'm flipping the page, yeah, I'm overworked with no pay. So I've been drifting away. Time to start again, try to be my own friend. I know it don't make much sense. This phase I'm in, but I need to make an escape. So say. No, but I honestly, I think you get the right names.
Disappear into the setting sun. Oh yeah. Follow me as sweet as
Yeah, Shruti Monta also.
watch me run.
Everybody got it.
Undercover, I'll be in my zone. Yeah, I'm in my head. You can't leave a message at the tone. 'Cause I'm in my head. Everybody wonders where I've gone. But I'm in my head. I'm in my head. 'Cause I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. 'Cause I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. Yes, I'm in my head. Radio 91.9 Friends FM. 24/7 live.
Well, exactly 9:11 and 35 seconds right here on the only truly live station of the nation, 91.9 Friends FM. Streaming absolutely live on the Facebook page of 91.9 Friends FM. And of course, I'm sure on David and Goliath also. And with a lot happening, we have with us Mr. Lal Bhatia. And he's added a lot of credentials as he's moving up the ladder in the biggest way. Well, the chairman of David and Goliath Films, and of course, right here in the Arabian Business Magazine, where he says why Dubai can deliver a new way of working. Well, the Hillshore Group chairman. Okay, Lal, David and Goliath has been rocking. We've seen it for the last 1.5, 2 years since you've been down to Calcutta. So let's start off with that, because you've been doing so much of awareness, so much of social areas, and during the pandemic you all did a lot for the city of joy, ensuring right from the basics, from food rations, masks, whole lot of stuff. As you always said, you want to make a difference, and you are making a difference. So how come this Dubai site came up? UAE, you wanted to do something really big, but before that, we have a message out here from Shruti Mota. So good to see both of you, Lal Bhatia and Jimmy Tangree. Congratulations, Lal, on all the wonderful work. Shruti just sent in a message. Would you like to tell her anything on air?
Thank you, Shruti. You too are doing a great job.
Well, always all the closeness, all the love, all the affection, and you've got a lot of it. So let's talk about Hillshore and Dubai. What exactly happened, and how exactly you kind of got into it? Because I can see that you look forward to a lot of innovation, you look forward to a lot of different thinking, and I'm sure during the pandemic the thought was happening, what can I do which can make a difference or create a difference, and of course do something good. So how did it all start off, or where did the spark come out from?
About a year ago, life changed for everybody. COVID hit, and businesses, individuals, entrepreneurs, everybody had to rethink life, and everybody had to think of survival. And Dubai was one such thought which I had, because it was open for business. And the way the government in Dubai has handled the pandemic, they have looked at it not from a financial crisis, but as a health crisis. And it's one of the very few governments that have actually looked at the crisis from a health standpoint rather than a financial standpoint. So I went to Dubai right after the lockdown had opened up, and I saw the opportunities out there, and I said, let's disrupt the way business is done, because this is the best opportunity. And I recreated the concept of working from Dubai, and I believe we're doing very well now.
So I'm just curious, when you say working from Dubai, like how you say work from home,
Correct.
Working from Dubai, and just a general question, how is it so different when you work from Dubai and when you work from any other place in the world? I'm just curious.
Well, there comes a point in time when all your Zoom calls get pretty tedious. You know, you can be on the Zoom call all day long, but you want something else out there. And the homes post-COVID are not designed for a husband, a wife, and a child to stay at home and do all their business. So if a home is retrofitted for a post-COVID world, I think there's a big opportunity.
Wow. Now hold a sec. A home is retrofitted. What do you exactly mean by that in your terms?
Well, you design a home where the husband, the wife, and the child have their own workspace, independent workspace. At the same time, they are conducive to a home life.
So is this happening in Dubai?
Yes, it's happening right now. We've got buildings, we've got apartments, we've got villas that have been redesigned, are being redesigned and retrofitted for people to come to Dubai and work.
So tell me, is it easy for people to go to Dubai and work?
It's very easy. You can set up a business in 7 days or less, or you can get a visa. You can have your passport stamped in 3 days or less.
Okay.
So if you have to go there and run your radio show, you can actually do it there with the sun and the beach and the beautiful ocean.
Lal,
and no pollution.
Lal, I know why you're successful. You have a way of words, I'm already thinking, Radio Dubai.
Exactly.
No, but
Extension, yeah.
I'm sure there's so much happening there. We're going to come back, but my next song is dedicated to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's by this group called BTS, which is actually rocking the world. And they're calling in to just tell you that you're dynamite.
Thank you.
Ain't the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kick out, get the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea, and I get my ping pong. This is heavy, they hear baseball, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, get this beat change like money. This is all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to 7 Live.
Well, exactly 9:20 and 21 seconds. You're hooked on to the only truly live station of the nation, 91.9 Friends FM. Well, streaming live on the Facebook page of 91.9 Friends FM and across the airwaves of the City of Joy. This is Jimmy on the Hot Seat with Derek Dilse right at 1 o'clock. And with me, I have the man himself, Mr. Lal Bhatia, who is rocking, I would say, the Middle East. He's on the cover of the Arabian Business, which says why Dubai can deliver a new way of working. You know, and the Hillshore Group chairman Lal Bhatia wants to unlock the promise of live here, work anywhere. That's what he was talking about. So tell me one thing is, what's the Hillshore Group all about? You are doing amazing. As you said, live here, work anywhere. Means living in Dubai, you can work anywhere around the world. Retrofitted apartments, you know, people living their life in their way, working their way, and spending family life. And as you said, the scenery is beautiful. You have water all around you. You have beauty all around you. So what is the Hillshore Group exactly doing?
Hillshore Group was designed with the concept that we need to recreate the world we live in. We need to rebuild, we need to reset, and we need to reimagine what life is going to be, and then apply that in different forums, in different facets. And what Hillshore Group is designed for is to do exactly that.
So it's amazing because I see you in all the television shows. I'm seeing you on the front page of the magazines. There are panel discussions, there are interactions happening in Dubai, which you are there in most of them. So when you went with this idea, you know, I mean, where did that, that spark click?
You know, what had happened is when I was in that lockdown, that godforsaken lockdown, that we were all in, I started to reimagine. I said, this is very frustrating, and what I figured out is that because the COVID-19 was worldwide, I said it's going to make a big difference.
Absolutely.
And what can we do to take out that frustration of being locked up in this one house with a family of 3 or 5 and not knowing what to do? And the homes, the life, the way of living is not designed in a post-COVID world. And if we can talk about that simple way of life, simple way of living, it'll make a difference.
So this setting up of retrofit homes, buildings, areas where people can actually come in and settle down, how has it been received? Are people responding to it? Are people coming in? Are organizations responding to it?
Absolutely. We've had a brilliant response. In fact, there's more demand than supply. For example, we're working with a number of companies in the Silicon Valley now from the US, where if you look at the campuses there, if you've been there and you see these huge, humongous campuses, yes. It costs them 25% of your salary to house an individual to work. Okay. Now that's not happening, and these huge campuses are going wasted. For example, Google, people in Google will not be able to work on those campuses till next November. So what's going to happen in between? So what we are doing is we're dealing with a number of these companies where we are saying that, okay, what we'll offer you is not only a place where your workforce can work, your management can work, and people who can design software, hardware, etc., can work there, but we'll even help them with a concierge service. So we'll help them with their schools for the kids. We'll help them with getting a membership into a golf course. You want to go for skydiving, we can help you with that. And at the same time, if you want to live in Dubai and settle down out there, we'll help you get a bank loan or a financing.
Well, is it expensive? What would you say? I mean,
expensive is basically a mindset.
Okay.
It's affordable, absolutely. I would say it's more affordable than it's expensive.
Okay. So a very good opportunity. But tell me one thing, I'm just curious. If this superbly, fantabulously works, as you said, there's more demand than supply, then how are you going to cope with the demand if there's not enough space And if everybody wants to be there.
Well, as the old adage goes, you build them, they'll come.
So you build them, they'll come, and we have this beautiful track by Benny Dayal saying Dil Tera. So you're giving a part of your heart there. And of course, in also a short time, we're going to be coming back with this amazing new song you guys have released from David and Goliath Films. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be also playing it. I think it's going to be the first ever airplay on radio.
Yes, it
in
is.
terms. So when was that track released?
About 24 hours ago.
24 hours ago, and he's going to be playing 24 hours later right here on 91.9 Friends FM. Guys, hold tight, because a lot of music coming up, a lot of closeness coming up, a lot of warmth coming up. Nighttime on a beautiful Friday night, right here in the City of Joy across the airwaves, and of course, streaming live on the Facebook page of 91.9 Friends FM. This is an old song which has been released. So how do you party in Dubai?
I don't, I just work.
So, I mean,
Wake up at about 7 o'clock. I go to the gym. The gym from, except in Thursday and Friday, the gym from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock I eat my breakfast also. And then I come back home, I have a shower, I get to work.
from home.
I have two offices. One is in Business Bay and the second, the chairman's lounge is in Burj Khalifa.
Chairman's Lounge is in Burj Khalifa.
Okay, and then,
Which floor?
25th floor. 25 level. And then after that, I come home after work and I watch Netflix.
I just want to ask you, you're alone, right? Don't you feel lonely?
I do. But I won't find the right one. I'm going to take my time.
Take your time. And if it doesn't come your way, just chill.
Yeah, I'm fine. And Thursdays and Fridays, I play golf.
Oh, wow. Well, how do you spend your weekends?
Thursday and Friday golf.
Okay, that's it.
Weekends there is Friday and Saturday. So normally I work on Saturdays, but on Friday it's golf. I'm spending all day at the Emirates.
Good, good, good. I want to see you in that Ferrari car.
No, it's too small for me.
So which one is your ideal car?
I haven't. Got it.
There. I'm sure.
It's in my bag.
I was just going to tell you that. Not Maybach.
Got that.
Good, yeah. Good, good, good. Not to worry.
Absolutely. It's time to live.
Actually, you know what? Someone
Life is
was,
too short.
someone was telling me that day. There's a question come in, we'll ask you. Bhatia sir, one question arises in my mind. That retro setup home, is it possible in our country? But you have to be very careful how you answer. You just put it. Everything is possible. It just depends how you go about it. Put it in the way it's good.
I was damn good after
You know what? You should get me a little bit of lifestyle. Let there be an interview on video, maybe your guys can do it, where a day in the life of Lal Bhatia and Dubai.
Radio 91.9 Friends FM.
24/7 live.
Well, truly 24/7 live, 9:29, 34 seconds, Friday night it is. And Mr. Bhatia, Lal, we've got a question from one of the listeners saying, Bhatia sir, one question arises in my mind. That is that retro setup home. Is it possible in our country, means India?
Absolutely. I think it's more possible here than anywhere else in the world. It's like retrofitting your own mind. And if you think about it, you can do it.
Absolutely. I think where the mind is there, And once you decide, yes, I want to do it and I need to do it, I think it's possible. Because, somewhere or another, also India, where we work in a very different way. Just see how well we've...
But it's a beautiful country.
Absolutely. And we've adapted to the pandemic. We've been working out of houses. We've been inventing, reinventing. And the beauty in this country is uncomparable if you actually go to see it.
Absolutely, and think about the size of the population here and the way things have been handled. Yes, it's spiking. People need to wear the masks and follow the actual protocols.
Actually,
but still,
people need to follow the rules, which many of them are not.
That's exactly right. But what is so important, so encouraging is that the mindset of the people here, people have the survival instinct.
Absolutely.
And they will survive. India will survive.
Brilliant. I think that's brilliant. Now, I just want to know a day in the life of Mr. Lal Bhatia in Dubai. How does it start off? You are the chairman of the Hill Show Group. I've been told that you've got some amazing offices in places which I could be unthinkable, So how, as a single person, because you're handling it literally single-handedly in Dubai, how do you go about with it?
No, I must correct that.
Okay.
I'm not handling it singly. We have a team, and we have a team of very good people.
Excellent.
And I want to thank each one of them because we all work very hard and we work as a team. There's a division where we have for the real estate, we have for the concierge, for that over and above that we have a team even in India.
Oh wow, that's nice.
So we have teams all over the place. In the U.S. and in different parts of the world. But it cannot be handled by one person.
No, but you know what they say, the captain of the ship always kind of steers the ship in the right direction.
It is, the person who is the wisest is not Steve Jobs of Apple. It's the person who can convince Steve Jobs.
Absolutely.
He's the wisest. So I think if you have around you the right advisors, you might be the captain of the ship. It's just for namesake, but it's the ship.
Okay, so let's go on a typical day of Mr. Lal Bhatia in Dubai. How do you go about with it? How do you start off? What do you do? I mean, you are surrounded by amazing things, amazing structures, an amazing place, beauty all around. How do you manage? What do you do in a day? I'm just curious.
Well, it's a pretty hectic day. I go to the gym in the morning. On the Thursdays and Fridays I play golf, and most of the time it's just a lot of troubleshooting.
Okay.
And there are a lot of things that need to be consulted on. There needs to be advising. There needs to be dealing with attorneys, dealing with accountants. A lot of branding issues, a lot of marketing issues. So we're talking with the teams. We're having lunch here. We're having a coffee out there, but
work is continuously going on.
But we are working. We're working.
So I'm just curious, is it a typical 9 to 5 or just stretches?
I've never believed in that. I've never believed in a typical workplace where there is 9 to 5. You own it, you make it happen. If you work from home, if you work from office, if you work driving, but these are your targets and these have to be met.
Amazing. I'm sure a lot of people will be following you the way you're going about with work, following you as an iconic personality, and maybe, making other people's dreams come true. Because right now we have Imagine Dragons with a beautiful track called Follow You. Right here on 91.9 Friends FM. Hey guys, don't go anywhere and don't touch that dial.
I got your number all night. I'm always on your team. I got your back, alright. Take my sauces if it treats you right. I wanna put you into the spotlight. You know what you've been holding back. Hard times every night. Oh, you know it's not right. I'll follow you wherever you may go. I'll follow you without TV.
It's more for your kids.
tough love. Hand in a tight glove. I wish that I could fix it for you. But instead I'll be right here coming through.
Friends FM presents Shri John Hit Rap. Jonagon, this is me, Shri John, and this is the electricity bill rap. Hey, বিদ্যুতের বিল, hey, hey. এলো এত লম্বা চিঠি দেখে লাগলো দেখো পার্টি কোথায় গেল আম এ তো দেখি শুধুই পড়ে আটি কান্না কাটি হল্লা হাটি হলো রাতের ঘুম মাটি অফ করি ফ্যানটা সাথে বন্ধ করি বাতি কেন করলে ভীষণ কাঠি মারবো কোন দিকে গুলাটি মুখটা বঙ্গ পঞ্চ করে খাচ্ছি বসে আমজিলা তো খুঁজে পাচ্ছি সঙ্গী ধীরে ধীরে হলে ডেসপাসিটো এই এই খুঁজে পাচ্ছি সঙ্গী ধীরে ধীরে হলে ডেসপাসিটো এই এই মাথায় হাত দিয়ে বসে আবার বৃদ্ধ বনিতা কোথায় যাব কোথায় পাবো আমার টাকার খনিটা কেউ কি বাঁচাবে আমাকে হবে সুপারম্যান মাসিহা বিদ্যুৎ পৃষ্ঠ শখে থাকা আছে এই নসিবে বিদ্যুতের বিল বাবা বিদ্যুতের বিল চোখে লাগলো ঝিলমিল বিদ্যুতের বিল পাম্প চালাই না খুঁজছি বুঝে যাওয়া খাল বিল এবার থেকে ঘেমে ঘুমোবো চলছে তারে ড্রিল আমায় কেউ উপদেশ দাও হাউ টু চিল এর থেকে ভালো ছিল মামলা ভূতে কেল আমি হলাম ব্ল্যাক এন্ড ব্লু ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্ট নেই শখ দিল না বিদ্যুৎ দিল বিদ্যুতের বিল এই বিদ্যুতের বিল বাবা বিদ্যুতের বিল চোখে লাগলো ঝিলমিল বিদ্যুতের বিল পাম্প চালাই না খুঁজছি বুঝে যাওয়া খাল বিল এবার থেকে ঘেমে ঘুমোবো চলছে তারে ড্রিল আমাকেও উপদেশ দাও হাউ টু চিল এর থেকে ভালো ছিল বামদ ভূতের কেল আমি হলাম ব্ল্যাক এন্ড ব্লু ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্ট নীল শখ দিল বিদ্যুতের বিল শখ দিল না বিদ্যুৎ দিল বিদ্যুতের বিল শখ দিল না বিদ্যুৎ দিল বিদ্যুতের বিল
Shri John Hit Rap. Only on 91.9 Friends FM. সবাই আমরা হ্যাপিনেস করছি ধাওয়া বাবা শীত গন তাও আছে হালকা ঠান্ডা হাওয়া এদিকে জোটের হাওয়া ভোটের হাওয়া সকালবেলা কাজে বেরোনো গায়ে লাগাতে নোটের হাওয়া অন দ্যাট নোট বলি যে সকালে তো থাকি আমি হাওয়ায় হাওয়ায় মানে অন এয়ার তাই শুনতে বলো না গুড মর্নিং ফ্রেন্ডস আমার মানে সৃজনের সঙ্গে 91.9 Friends FM মানডে টু স্যাটারডে সকাল 6টা থেকে 10টা
Lifestyle is all about balancing every portion of your life in a calm way. And for that, Thaki Ami Kohli, new weekend lifestyle. Every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on 91.9 Friends FM. Frequency, Friends Key.
Friends, what's up in the city?
Friends, join Rotary Club of Belur, Kolkata in Save Water, Save Lives awareness campaign. 22nd of March is World Water Day. Let's pledge not to waste water. Fill your glass only to the extent you want to drink water. Stop water wastage. Remember, every drop makes an ocean. Support the Rotary Belur campaign. Call at 98303 45495.
Exclusive radio partner 91.9 Friends FM. Frequency Friends Key.
গণতন্ত্রের হত্যা আর নয় অন্যায় পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায়ের অবসান করতে 9727294294 নম্বরে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপিকে ভোট দিন।
এটা কি তুলে নিয়ে এলে?
ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি।
সেটা তো দেখতেই পাচ্ছি চোখে, কিন্তু এটা কোন কোম্পানির?
তাতে কি যায় আসে?
অনেক কিছু যায় আসে। আমি তো অন্তত জানি যে ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি মানেই শুধু লিউমিনাস। এটার উপর তো সচিন তেন্ডুলকারেরও ভরসা আছে। যাও গিয়ে পাল্টে নিয়ে এসো।
Luminous ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি 30 বছরের ভরসার প্রতীক।
আর হ্যাঁ, লিউমিনাসের নাম আর সচিন তেন্ডুলকারের ছবি দেখে তবেই আনবে।
শোনা উঠুক ভরে হাজার স্বাদের এক ঠিকানা সবার প্রিয় মিও আমরে মিও আমরে মিও আমরে মিও আমরে বাবাইয়ের গিফট প্রবাবলির স্বপ্ন এক একটি খুশি বেঁধে নিয়ে ঝোলা ভরা আনন্দ খুশিকে কাছে টেনে টেনশনের হোক ফুল স্টপ এলআইসি জীবন লাভের সাথে হোক ফায়দা নয়
বাছুন এলআইসি জীবন লাভ এক লিমিটেড প্রিমিয়াম এন্ডাউমেন্ট প্ল্যান যাতে আপনার প্রিমিয়াম থামলেও বেনিফিটস থামবে না।
এলআইসি हर पल आपके साथ ঝুঁকি নিয়ম ও শর্তাবলী সম্পর্কিত বিশদ তথ্যের জন্য বিক্রি সমাপ্ত করার আগে দয়া করে বিক্রয় পুস্তিকা মনোযোগ দিয়ে পড়ুন।
সবার ঘরে দেয় সুগার এন্ড স্পাইস হইচই উপহারে দেয় সুগার এন্ড স্পাইস
The sugar and spice makes everything nice. এবার বিশেষভাবে সক্ষম ভোটারদের ভোট দানের সুবিধার জন্য পোলিং বুথগুলিতে রয়েছে র্যাম্প, হুইলচেয়ার ইত্যাদির ব্যবস্থা। এছাড়াও রয়েছে পর্যাপ্ত জল, আলো, শৌচালয়েরও সুবিধা। মনে রাখবেন, ভোট দেওয়া দরকার, কারণ ভোট দেওয়া আমাদের অধিকার। তাই কোনো ভোটার যেন বাদ না পড়ে। পশ্চিমবঙ্গের মুখ্য নির্বাচনী আধিকারিক দ্বারা জনস্বার্থে প্রচারিত।
LIC হাউজিং ফাইন্যান্স হোম লোনস পাওয়া যাচ্ছে এইবার at just 8.40% onwards. Yes, একদম ঠিক শুনেছেন, হোম লোন at only 8.40% onwards. আজই ভিজিট করুন www.lichousing.com। এই অফার সীমিত সময়ের জন্য। LIC হাউজিং ফাইন্যান্স লিমিটেড, বিল্ডিং হোমস, নার্চারিং রিলেশনশিপস, শতভাবে প্রযোজ্য। ডিপস বা চাটনি বানানোর জন্য চিন্তা করেন, নাকি স্যালাড কাটা বা আটা মাখার জন্য অনেকটা সময় বেরিয়ে যায়? ওয়েল, এসে গেল নিউ ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার্স শেফ প্রো জার। মানে এবার কুইক চপিং, গ্রেটিং, স্লাইসিং, জুসিং, এমনকি আটা মাখাও আরো ইজি হয়ে যাবে। এবার সবকিছুই করুন ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার দিয়ে। দ্য পারফেক্ট শেফ ফর ইয়োর কিচেন, ইনোভেশন এন্ড ইউ, ফিলিপস।
আপনার ভালোবাসার পরিবার সর্বদা আনন্দে থাকুন, আপনার সঙ্গীকার সফল হোক, আপনি জীবন আনন্দ মানান। প্রতিদিন উৎসবের মতো বৃষ্টি হোক খুশির মতো, কোন নজর যেন না লাগে, আপনি জীবন আনন্দ মানান।
এলআইসি নিয়ে এলো নতুন জীবন আনন্দ, যা দেয় ম্যাচুরিটিতে ফুল পে আউট আর লাইফ লং কভার, যাতে আপনার পরিবারের আনন্দ সব সময় সুরক্ষিত থাকে। এলআইসি हर पल आपके साथ। বিশদ তথ্য, ঝুঁকি, শর্তাবলীর জন্য বিক্রয় সমাপ্ত করার আগে বিক্রয়পত্র মনোযোগ দিয়ে পড়ুন।
सपनों का घर बनाना है, टॉप टेक TMT बार लगाइए। अब पूछिए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बाबू क्यों? इससे आपका दिमाग टेंशन फ्री हो जाएगा और फिर दिल दीवाना सुन ले इसकी बात, मंजिल अपनी दूर नहीं, चल यार मिला ले हाथ। बालकनी में पूल, टेरेस पे गार्डन और गेट पे बम्पर शेर लगाओ। टॉप टेक्नोलॉजी स्ट्रेंथ और एक्सिप्स फिनिश बनाता है टॉप टेक को टॉप TMT बार। टॉप टेक TMT लगाओ, टेंशन को भगाओ और दिल से घर बनाओ।
Enjoy this weekend at the HDFC Bank Accelerate, the largest auto expo in Kolkata on 20th and 21st of March at South City Mall. Rush in with your existing car for a free car valuation. Upgrade and book your dream car with exciting offers on HDFC Bank Auto Loan. So what are you waiting for? Visit the HDFC Bank Accelerate at South City Mall on 20th and 21st of March.
মহিলা অসুরক্ষা আর নয় অন্যায়। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায় অবসান করতে 9727294294 নম্বরে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপিকে ভোট দিন।
Kolkata's iconic Metro Cinema is back. Metro Inox is now open to welcome the movie lovers of Kolkata. Metro Inox at Esplanade offers the perfect mix of legacy and luxury. Book now at inoxmovies.com.
যখন কেউ বলবে হ্যাপি হলি, উত্তর একটাই, হ্যাপি হলাম।
Coming soon on 91.9 Friends FM.
You are hooked on to Direct Dil Se with Jimmy.
Well, exactly 9:45 and 28 seconds. You know, when I talk to Mr. Lal Bhatia, I forget what the time is also. But Lal, once again, a warm welcome to you and people who just tuned in. We are talking to a gentleman who has been a part of Calcutta over the years, still part of Calcutta over the years, born and brought up with Mongrace, study in Mongrace. We both studied together, I think, plus minus, and in Xavier's. And then after that, he's been rocking the world, back again to the city of joy about 2 years or 2.5 years ago. created David and Goliath films and has been doing a lot. In fact, it's not just about movies and not just about the great social stuff you do, but during the pandemic, especially in the city of Calcutta, you've actually helped and you made a difference to a lot of people's lives. What are the specifics you exactly did? Because I remember you were there, whether it be food, whether it be rations, whether it be masks, whether it be helping families. So what actually you guys really came forward with?
When the pandemic hit and we were in this lockdown, we had our own version of Zoom calls, and we had our chats on, say, WhatsApp, etc., etc. And we started to think of what can we do to make a difference, not just from the standpoint of our company, but other than the company. So we came up with a philosophy that while we are helping, we will not even speak about David and Goliath. So what we did was we first started off with this campaign called Umeed. Umeed was a music video that we created, and we got the song written by Mr. M.K. Singh, who is a very senior officer in the police. And I spoke to him. I said that I'd like you to design a song where it gives people of Calcutta hope. The Umeed, and that hit about 1 million views.
Wow.
And from that, we saw the plight of the migrant workers, and we sent them a lot of ration. But then we also saw dogs.
Okay.
And we saw that most of these restaurants where they would get their food from
Was shut.
that was shut, and these guys were
Literally starving out there.
starving. So we found these senior ladies, and we asked them, "Can you cook some food for us?" So we got the food cooked, and every night a team would go out
Wow.
and feed these dogs, behind Quest Mall and in different parts of the city, and we fed thousands of dogs. Then we saw that we need to follow COVID protocols because COVID was spiking and people were dying. So we came up with this campaign that we will make masks.
Okay.
Because there are many people who couldn't afford masks, So we got the masks made by local people.
Okay.
We bought the cloth, we had them tailor it, etc., etc. And then we distributed millions of
I
them.
know, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It was in tons, literally.
Correct. We gave them quite a few of them. And then we came up with another music video called Samjo Bharatwasi, where we showed the pros and cons of following and not following the actual protocols. And then we came up with our film that we did, A Separate Sky. During that, we followed the COVID basic protocols. And, those are the small things which we did, and many more things. But those were the main highlights that we did.
So, you've kind of released a beautiful song 24 hours ago. It's called Chal Sathiya. I mean, tell us a little bit about the song, and I'm sure the song is also going to be a part of the movie because I've kind of seen scenes in that song, depicting harmony and closeness, warmth, and, being there for each other. So do tell us a little bit about the song.
The concept of the song came from a figure of speech that goes in this way, that we are not all in the same boat.
Okay.
But we are all in the same storm.
Okay.
Some have yachts, some have canoes, and some are drowning. Just be kind and help whoever you can.
Absolutely.
So the concept of the song was that regardless of who you are, rich, poor, old, young, we are in this storm together. Let's try fight the Goliath, and let's all be Davids.
Absolutely.
So this David becomes the Goliath, and the Goliath becomes the David.
So, whatever problems.
We get to the herd immunity or the vaccination or whatever we are speaking about, and that's something very, very important. And if we can handle it as a health crisis instead of a financial crisis, I think we will all be
Absolutely.
in a much happier place.
So what do you love about this song, Chal Satya? When I heard it first, I kind of fell in love with it. You know, it's got a very emotional connect. You know, it kind of moves you. It's not just a great song. I think it's something, you know, there are songs which you hear and you kind of groove to it, and there are songs which you hear and you feel it. And I think this is one of the songs you feel. It kind of brings out from within you rather than just the audible sound. So what are your thoughts?
You know, the song by itself is great, but what's more exciting is that we got a million views within 24 hours.
Wow.
And
So that million views song is shortly going to be playing out on radio and even across the airwaves of Facebook Live. So maybe the world will be hearing it.
absolutely, and that's what we want, is the whole world.
So
to hear it.
so right now, you know, Lal, Chal Satya is on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. Where, before we play the song, where could people go on? What YouTube? It would be David and Goliath.
Films channel.
David and Goliath Films YouTube channel.
Correct.
So if they go there, they can catch the song.
Absolutely.
So what is the best part of the song you love? I'm just curious to know that.
You know, there's so many different parts because everybody's done such a great job, and especially the singer, the music people, etc., etc. But what's the most important thing about this song is it speaks about oneness. It speaks about coming together. It speaks about making a difference.
Amazing. Right now, we're going to be playing that song, and it's going to be premiering on radio.
Exclusively.
Calcutta acrossly, yes, it's exclusive on radio and across the Facebook live stream. Everybody across the world will be listening to it, of course. And the City of Joy. Here it is, Chal Satya. We'll talk more about this when we get back.
चल साथिया वक्त है आया चल मुसाफिर बांध के धागे आज परिंदे भी तेरे दर पर ठहरेंगे तुझे आसमां से चलना है आगे चल साथिया वक्त है आया चल मुसाफिर बांध के धागे चल साथिया आज मंदिर है मेरा दुआ का घर आज कागज तुम्हें नहीं दिखाएंगे हम जब गणपति सजेगा सावन में झूम के तब परिंदे आएंगे ईद पर ओ चल साथिया याद रखेंगे सब कुछ बदलेगा हौले हौले आज हर दुआ में आसमां होगा याद कर लो फिर से एक बार आज मुमकिन होगी सारी कोशिशें आज आसमां प्यार का करेगा इकरार चल साथिया वक्त है आया चल मुसाफिर बांध के धागे परिंदे भी तेरे दर पर ठहरेंगे आज आसमां भी तुझको चाहने लगे साथिया ओ चल साथिया चल साथिया
সবাই আমরা হ্যাপিনেস করছি ধাওয়া বাবা শীত গন তাও আছে হালকা ঠান্ডা হাওয়া এদিকে জোটের হাওয়া ভোটের হাওয়া সকালবেলা কাজে বেরোনো গায়ে লাগাতে নোটের হাওয়া অন দ্যাট নোট বলি যে সকালে তো থাকি আমি হাওয়ায় হাওয়ায় মানে অন এয়ার তাই শুনতে হলো না গুড মর্নিং ফ্রেন্ডস আমার মানে সৃজনের সঙ্গে 91.9 ফ্রেন্ডস এফএমে মানডে টু স্যাটারডে সকাল 6টা থেকে 10টা
Hey, it's DJ Butter, host of the official world chart. Join me this week, so I got new music from KSI, Imagine Dragons, and this, a 1970s disco anthem that's now back on the charts thanks to TikTok. That's Rasputin from Majestic and Boney M, and I'll play that for you and the top 20 songs in the world this week on the next official world chart.
On Saturday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at 8 p.m. exclusively on 91.9 Friends FM.
The World Chart Show.
The planet is listening.
পরিবারবাদ আর নয় অন্যায় পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায় অবসান করতে 9727294294 নাম্বারে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপিকে ভোট দিন ये क्या उठा है
इन्वर्टर और बैटरी
वो दिख रहा है मुझे पर ये कौन सी कंपनी है
उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
पड़ता है इतना तो मैं भी जानती हूँ इन्वर्टर और बैटरी मतलब सिर्फ ल्यूमिनस इसे तो सचिन तेंदुलकर भी मानते हैं जाओ भी चेंज करके लाओ
ल्यूमिनस इन्वर्टर्स एंड बैटरीज 30 सालों का भरोसा
और हाँ ल्यूमिनस का नाम और सचिन तेंदुलकर की फोटो देख कर ही लाना
পার্বণের রোজ দুবেলা সব রসনা উঠুক ভরে হাজার স্বাদের এক ঠিকানা সবার প্রিয় মিও আমরে মিও আমরে মিও আমরে মিও আমরে মিও আমরে বাবাইয়ের গিফট হোক বা বাবলির স্বপ্ন এক একটি খুশি বেছে নিয়ে ঝোলা ভরার আনন্দ খুশিকে কাছে টেনে টেনশনের হোক ফুল স্টপ এলআইসির জীবন লাভের সাথে হোক ফায়দা নন
বাছুন LIC জীবন লাভ এক লিমিটেড প্রিমিয়াম এন্ডাউমেন্ট প্ল্যান যাতে আপনার প্রিমিয়াম থামলেও বেনিফিটস থামবে না
LIC हर पल आपके साथ ঝুঁকি নিয়ম ও শর্তাবলী সম্পর্কিত বিশদ তথ্যের জন্য বিক্রি সমাপ্ত করার আগে দয়া করে বিক্রয় পুস্তিকা মনোযোগ দিয়ে পড়ুন
ডিপস বা চাটনি বানানোর জন্য চিন্তা করেন নাকি স্যালাড কাটা বা আটা মাখার জন্য অনেকটা সময় বেরিয়ে যায় ওয়েল এসে গেল নিউ ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার্স শেফ প্রো জার মানে এবার কুইক চপিং গ্রেটিং স্লাইসিং জুসিং এমনকি আটা মাখাও আরো ইজি হয়ে যাবে এবার সবকিছুই করুন ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার দিয়ে দ্য পারফেক্ট শেফ ফর ইয়োর কিচেন ইনোভেশন এন্ড ইউ ফিলিপস LIC Housing Finance Home Loans পাওয়া যাচ্ছে এইবার at just 8.40% onwards. Yes, একদম ঠিক শুনেছেন হোম লোন at only 8.40% onwards. আজই ভিজিট করুন www.lichousing.com এই অফার সীমিত সময়ের জন্য LIC Housing Finance Limited, building homes, nurturing relationships. শর্তাবলী প্রযোজ্য।
सपनों का घर बना रहे हैं टॉप टेक TMT बार लगाइए अब पूछिए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बाबू क्यों इससे आपका दिमाग टेंशन फ्री हो जाएगा और फिर दिल दीवाना सुन ले उसकी बात मंजिल अपनी दूर नहीं चली बालकनी में पूल टेरेस पे गार्डन और गेट पे बब्बर शेर लगाओ। टॉप टेक्नोलॉजी स्ट्रेंथ और एक्सिप्स फिनिश बनाता है टॉप टेक को टॉप टीएमटी बार। टॉप टेक टीएमटी लगाओ, टेंशन को भगाओ और दिल से घर बनाओ।
লাস্ট সামার তো ঘরে বন্দি ছিলাম, বাট এই সামারটা হবে অসামার উইথ লং ড্রাইভস এন্ড ফ্যামিলি ট্রিপস। তাই আপনার ফোর্ডকে রেডি করতে এসে গেছে ফোর্ড সামার সার্ভিস ক্যাম্প, বেশি দিন আর বেশি বেনিফিটস নিয়ে। তো নিয়ে আসুন আপনার ফোর্ড 17 মার্চ থেকে 3 এপ্রিলের মধ্যে আর পান ফ্রি 50+ পয়েন্ট কার চেকআপ আর পার্টস এর উপর 50% পর্যন্ত অফ, সঙ্গে 5 বছর বা তার বেশি পুরনো ফোর্ডে এক্সট্রা 10% অফ। শর্ত প্রযোজ্য।
Enjoy this weekend at the HDFC Bank Accelerate, the largest auto expo in Kolkata on 20th and 21st of March at South City Mall. Rush in with your existing car for a free car valuation. Upgrade and book your dream car with exciting offers on HDFC Bank Auto Loan. So what are you waiting for? Visit the HDFC Bank Accelerate at South City Mall on 20th and 21st of March.
বালি চুরি আর নয় অন্যায়। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায়ের অবসান করতে 9727294294 নম্বরে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপি কে ভোট দিন।
সবাই আমরা হ্যাপিনেস করছি ধাওয়া। বাবা শীত গন, তাও আছে হালকা ঠান্ডা হাওয়া। এদিকে জোটের হাওয়া, ভোটের হাওয়া, সকালবেলা কাজে বেরোলেও গায়ে লাগাতে নোটের হাওয়া। অন দ্যাট নোট বলি যে সকালে তো থাকি আমি হাওয়ায় মানে অন এয়ার। তাই শুনতে ভুলো না গুড মর্নিং ফ্রেন্ডস, আমার মানে সৃজনের সঙ্গে 91.9 ফ্রেন্ডস এফএম এ মানডে টু স্যাটারডে সকাল 6টা থেকে 10টা।
ভালো থেকো, ভালো রেখো, আর এই ভালো থাকার ভালো রাখার মাঝখানে চলে আসে ফ্রেন্ডস বাংলা টপ 10 at 10 উইথ মি নীলাঞ্জনা। শুনতে ভুলো না এই রবিবার সকাল 10টা থেকে 11টা রাইট হিয়ার অন 91.9 ফ্রেন্ডস এফএম, ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি ফ্রেন্ডস কি।
Friends, what's up in the city?
Kaushik Events and Shyam Sarkar are taking initiative named Dekho Re Noyon Mile, a tribute to Satyajit Ray and Soumitra Chatterjee to celebrate a cultural evening through their music and poetry on 21st of March 2021 at ICCR Obonendranath Art Gallery from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Be there.
Exclusive radio partner 91.9 Friends FM, frequency friends की।
তোলাবাজি আর নয় অন্যায়। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায়ের অবসান করতে 9727294294 নম্বরে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপি কে ভোট দিন।
এটা কি তুলে নিয়ে এলে?
ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি।
সেটা তো দেখতেই পাচ্ছি চোখে, কিন্তু এটা কোন কোম্পানির?
তাতে কি যায় আসে?
অনেক কিছু যায় আসে। আমি তো অন্তত জানি যে ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি মানেই শুধু লিউমিনাস। এটার উপর তো সচিন তেন্ডুলকরেরও ভরসা আছে। যাও গিয়ে পাল্টে নিয়ে এসো।
Luminous ইনভার্টার আর ব্যাটারি 30 বছরের ভরসার প্রতীক।
আর হ্যাঁ, লিউমিনাসের নাম আর সচিন তেন্ডুলকরের ছবি দেখে তবেই আনবে।
দায়িত্ব শুধু একজনের কাঁধে থাকলে সেটা বোঝা হয়ে দাঁড়ায়। আসুন একজন বন্ধুর হাত ধরুন আর নিজের বাড়ি বানান। আইডিবিআই ব্যাংক হোম লোনস এর সাহায্যে পান আকর্ষণীয় সুদের হার, সর্বাধিক লোন টু ভ্যালু আর শূন্য প্রসেসিং ফিস। হ্যাঁ, ঠিকই শুনেছেন, আইডিবিআই ব্যাংক, ব্যাংক নয় বন্ধু। শর্ত প্রযোজ্য।
আপনার ভালোবাসার পরিবার সর্বদা আনন্দে থাকুক, আপনার সব অঙ্গীকার সফল হোক, আপনি জীবন আনন্দ মানান। প্রতিদিন উৎসবের মতো বৃষ্টি হোক খুশির এত, কোন নজর যেন না লাগে, আপনি জীবন আনন্দ মানান।
এলআইসি নিয়ে এলো নতুন জীবন আনন্দ, যা দেয় ম্যাচুরিটিতে ফুল পে আউট আর লাইফ লং কভার, যাতে আপনার পরিবারের আনন্দ সব সময় সুরক্ষিত থাকে। এলআইসি হর পল আপকে সাথ। বিশদ তথ্য, ঝুঁকি, শর্তাবলীর জন্য বিক্রয় সমাপ্ত করার আগে বিক্রয় পত্র মনোযোগ দিয়ে পড়ুন।
सपनों का घर बना रहे हैं? टॉप टेक टीएमटी बार लगाइए। अब पूछिए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बाबू क्यों? इससे आपका दिमाग टेंशन फ्री हो जाएगा और फिर दिल दीवाना सुन ले इसकी बात, मंजिल अपनी दूर नहीं, चल यार मिला ले हाथ। बालकनी में पूल, टेरेस पे गार्डन और गेट पे बब्बर शेर लगाओ। टॉप टेक्नोलॉजी स्ट्रेंथ और एक्सिप्स फिनिश बनाता है टॉप टेक को टॉप टीएमटी बार। टॉप टेक टीएमटी लगाओ, टेंशन को भगाओ और दिल से घर बनाओ।
ডিপস বা চাটনি বানানোর জন্য চিন্তা করেন নাকি স্যালাড কাটা বা আটা মাখার জন্য অনেকটা সময় বেরিয়ে যায়? ওয়েল, এসে গেল নিউ ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার্স শেফ প্রো জার। মানে এবার কুইক চপিং, গ্রেটিং, স্লাইসিং, জুসিং, এমনকি আটা মাখাও আরো ইজি হয়ে যাবে। এবার সবকিছুই করুন ফিলিপস মিক্সার গ্রাইন্ডার দিয়ে। দ্য পারফেক্ট শেফ ফর ইয়োর কিচেন, ইনোভেশন এন্ড ইউ। ফিলিপস। এলআইসি হাউজিং ফাইন্যান্স, হোম লোন loans পাওয়া যাচ্ছে এবার at just 8.40% onwards. Yes, একদম ঠিক শুনেছেন, home loan at only 8.40% onwards. আজই ভিজিট করুন www.lichousing.com. এই অফার সীমিত সময়ের জন্য। LIC Housing Finance Limited, building homes, nurturing relationships, সকলেই প্রযোজ্য।
লাস্ট সামার তো ঘরে বন্দি ছিলাম, বাট এই সামারটা হবে অসামার উইথ লং ড্রাইভস এন্ড ফ্যামিলি ট্রিপস। তাই আপনার ফোর্ডকে রেডি করতে এসে গেছে ফোর্ড সামার সার্ভিস ক্যাম্প, বেশি দিন আর বেশি বেনিফিটস নিয়ে। তো নিয়ে আসুন আপনার ফোর্ড 17 মার্চ থেকে 3 এপ্রিলের মধ্যে আর পান ফ্রি 50+ পয়েন্ট কার্ড চেকআপ আর পার্টসের উপর 50% পর্যন্ত অফ, সঙ্গে 5 বছর বা তার বেশি পুরনো ফোর্ডে এক্সট্রা 10% অফ, শর্ত প্রযোজ্য।
फिर एक बार सुनेंगे हम ये पुकार, लौट रहे हैं सर्चर लेकर नई ललकार। तो हो जाओ तैयार, क्योंकि ये जंग है लेजेंडरी, अन अकेडमी रोड सेफ्टी वर्ल्ड सीरीज।
देखिए हर शाम 7 बजे लाइव ऑन कलर सिनेप्लेक्स, रिश्ते सिनेप्लेक्स और रूट पर। Buy tickets online from Book My Show.
দূষণের রাজনীতি আর নয়, আর নয় অন্যায়। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ থেকে অন্যায় অবসান করতে 9727294294 নম্বরে মিস কল দিন আর বিজেপিকে ভোট দিন।
যখন কেউ বলবে হ্যাপি হলি, উত্তর একটাই, হ্যাপি হলাম।
Coming soon on 91.9 Friends FM.
You are hooked onto Direct Dil Se with Jimmy.
You know, 10:07, 27 seconds, and Lal, I must say, what an amazing song. You have Manav Soni saying, really amazing song. It is full of motivation and also really well written. The team has done a superb job. We can and we will win against the pandemic and whatever problems soon. Shruti Moda says it's indeed a beautiful song. So you're getting a lot of comments coming in, loving the song.
Thank you very much.
And I'm just curious, what's next? You know, because with Lal Bhatia, it doesn't just stop there. What's next?
You know, before we go into what's next, I'd really like to say something.
Sure.
The difference between success and failure in a great team. And the success of the song is not me. The success of the song is the team that put this song together, and it's the actors, it's the songwriters, it's even the spot boy who had to carry that umbrella and see to it that it goes smoothly. So the song came about at a very tough time, and I want to thank the entire team. You know, if I start taking each name now, it'll be all night, and so I can't afford that. Thank everybody who's listed on that on the song's ad in YouTube, and thank you very much. What's next? I don't know. You know, I am looking for opportunity. But what's most important is, what's next is what can I do to make a difference?
Amazing.
And that's what's next. So I don't know if there's going to be what's coming about. I keep my mind open. I keep my...
So it just literally second to second, you know, things and thoughts can change if you have to make a difference. But you know, what is, you know, if I have to know Lal Bhatia, what do you really want? As you said, you want to make a difference. What would make you happy?
I want to make a person happy, one person at a time.
Wow. So, and you already started doing it in a big way. Small ways, big ways, one drop, major drops, oceans, everything is coming about. And I'm sure with your venture, you know, which is just now happening in Dubai, there's a lot more in your mind, because it's not just going to be that. And I'm sure it's going to diversify. It's going to be a lot more coming up. So let me put it this way. What do you see in the crystal ball for the future?
You know, I'm in the happiness business. So let's make the world happy. And the opportunities will come, the business will come, and it'll make a difference.
Amazing. And I want you to give a message to the entire world who's watching you on Facebook Live, as well as the City of Joy who's hearing you on radio. So I'll tell you, approximately you have 1.7 crore people reaching out on the Facebook Live stream. And you have another about 35 lakhs listening to you across the airwaves of the City of Joy. So about 200 lakh people. What would you like to tell them?
Like Winston Churchill said, This is not the beginning, it's not the end, but it's the beginning of the end. So keep in mind, if it's to be, it's up to me.
Oh wow. If it's to be, it's up to me. Absolutely said. Because you know what? If you want to do something, it's actually you who need to do it.
Exactly.
And when you do it, you take a lot of people with you, you know. So it's one person moving on with a lot of people and changing a lot of lives.
Absolutely.
You know, and so what makes Lal happy? You want to spread happiness, what makes you happy?
Seeing you happy.
Oops, I love that, yeah.
Yes.
You know, I'm just thinking, you know, going back to the first thing you said, you always wanted to be a DJ. So what I'm going to do, and I'm saying it live on air on Facebook Live, we're going to have maybe a David and Goliath night.
Sure.
Or maybe we'll have a Hell Show night. You will DJ, I will DJ, and both we'll do Jugal Bandi together.
Done.
Seriously.
We have a deal.
Absolutely. This is going to be great.
Yep.
So, you know what, then we can see...
I'll be the David, you be the Goliath.
Oops, no.
We'll just find the end, okay?
You know, I can imagine you with a headphone and then scratching and saying, yo, yo, check it out, go. Little rapping also will do.
Absolutely. It'll be fantastic, yeah.
Let's do it. You know, it reminds me of a particular company's line saying, just do it.
Yeah.
So, let's do it. No, Lal, has been such a pleasure with this beautiful song, which is just released, with so much more coming up. So much happening in Dubai, so much happening in the City of Joy, and you're doing so much for Calcutta. You know, you've done so much across Bengal also, you know, helping people. So if I have to say, I know what you're doing in Dubai. So what's next for Bengal and Calcutta?
I'm a Calcutta boy and I'll always be a Calcutta boy. So whether I'm in Dubai or Timbuktu, I will always be a Calcutta boy.
Absolutely.
And Calcutta, be ready. Fasten your seatbelts. And we have something big coming.
I'm sure. Because you know what? Wherever you go in the world, I've been born and brought up in the city. You know, you're a Calcuttan by heart. And I think this is the most beautiful city in the world. Because people are so beautiful and warm-hearted. You know, I always say, and I again say this, if I pass away and, you know, Bhagwan says, कि बेटा आपको कहाँ जाना है वापस, I would say Calcutta.
You know, it's great you said that, because I think Calcutta is one of the very few cities in this world that people still smile.
Oh, yes. And you know, not people just smile, Lal. If you get lost and you ask for a direction, no one just gives you direction, but they actually, if they're going that way, they take you and they make sure that you reach the place.
I love my city. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and I think both of us are clapping with a loud clap for the city, and that's wonderful. Lal, rock away.
Thank you.
Not just David and Goliath film, not just the Hell Show group, and I can imagine, you know, maybe by a couple of years, maybe a couple of months down the road, I'm sure I'm going to notice something bigger, something creating a huge difference. And who knows, as you said now, take each second as they come.
You know, it's not just take each second as it comes. It is accept life king size. Shruti Mota, thank you.
Oops. Yes. And it's glad to know that you've been a part of the organ donation.
Absolutely.
You know, in
and
fact,
she does a great job.
Absolutely. She does an amazing job. I remember just before the pandemic last year before last, you know, there was a small get-together at the Saturday Club where I signed on, you know. So I told her, you know, where do I sign? She said, just sign here. And that was it, you know. You know, sometimes it's so nice that even after you're gone, you are still making people survive, helping people to get well, and maybe saving lives. So though you're not there, but you're still saving lives, I think no one can do a bigger thing than that.
Yeah, and she's doing a marvelous job.
Absolutely. And there are so many people saying a big hello to you. It's going to carry on if I don't stop. As you said, now you can take names and go right through the night. But rock away.
Thank you,
and hope to see you back soon in the City of Joy, rocking the city. And the song has been wonderful.
Love to be back
Actually,
again. Yeah.
gives a lot of emotion. And another song coming up for you. It's by Sam Smith. And this again going out for you. Saying you're truly a diamond. Just let it be that way and sparkle and shine, making a difference in people's life. Thank you, Lal, for joining us.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for everything.
Welcome.